Hello. Thanks for calling into the request line here on Patreon. It's always awesome to hear from one of my patrons. So tell me, caller, what record am I queuing up for you tonight?
Thank you for dialing into the request line here on my mock radio station, 86.7 WGNX Radio. Today's request line song is titled Am I Going Insane by Black Sabbath. Today's musical director is Crochet Sam. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Okay, the song is loaded and I'm ready to go. So let's go. All right. And since I have nothing else to say about this before we start, minus one thing for all my Ozzy fans and all those that appreciated that man. Little moment of silence for the Ozman, godfather of heavy metal. Love you, man. All right, let's roll. This is going to be interesting. I don't think I've heard much off this album. That was unexpected. Lyrics are that way.
Feeling paranoid inside. When I step outside, I'll feel free. Think I'll find a place to hide. Tell me, people, am I going insane?
Cool tone.
Tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane. Every day I sit and wonder how my life it used to be. Now I feel like going under. Now my life is hard to see. So tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane. Tell me, people, am I going insane?
Oh, it's so bright.
So I'm telling all you people, listen while I sing again. If I don't sound very cheerful, I think that I'm a schizophrenic.
Okay. That was insane. I did not expect that to be what that song sounded like. Holy cow. That was like so unique. I'm just getting it prepped again. Yeah, it sounded so weird in the beginning. It was so, I can't even think of the word right now. He was also in his mid range. He didn't jump into his full high register. And it was really cool because he still had that nasal that he always sings with. And for him being younger at the time too, he was, a baby, and his vocals were like really clean. He had a couple of little things I'll go over in the re-listen, but some of the end of the lines, he did certain things with vowels that aren't necessary, normal, whatever you want to call it, but it's just an artistic expression, which is really cool. I wanted to mention Bill's drumming was crazy. And it kept them going on. Geezer on bass, man, he had some really cool little things. Like, it's simplistic. The melody is simplistic. And then Tony with that real wild tamped down solo. It was very unique in the first, 12 bars. But then when the second portion of the solo kicked in, he went clean with a little distortion. I mean, clean as in it's not like it sounded like it was on the neck pickup the first time. He brought it down to the bridge pickup maybe, and just went with a cleaner, brighter sound. And it was, typical Tony, had that wonderful feel that he always puts into his solos that I'm aware of anyway. And then it got melodic towards the end. Like it was close to the melody of Ozzy's singing, or at least the way the melody is going itself. Might not be specific notes of Ozzy's, but it was in that melodic area. You know what I mean? That was really cool. But the name of this thing is really cool. The radio part, the reason why it says radio, the drummer said that it was the Cockney rhyming slang for mental, radio rental, that type of thing. So that was cool. And also the scream at the end, that weird thing, they thought that the cry at the end, someone sounds like they're going mental. There was a theory about it being Jessica, Ozzy's daughter. But in a 75 interview with the Oz, he said it was not Jessica. Well, he suggested it wasn't Jessica. And then the engineer for the album Sabotage revealed that it came from an unmarked cassette found at the studio. Unmarked. Like, that's awesome. So that weird, scream towards the end, I'm assuming the laughter was some sort of play on Ozzy's vocal and maybe the other guys too, with some crazy effects on it. And it started right here. So you saw me doing this. That's where I felt it. And then it shifted to here, and then it went stereo, but they were doing different things at the same time. So if you've never listened to a song with headphones on, it's very weird at first, but because you don't expect it. And then it's like, bang. It literally felt like it was behind me. It was so cool. But yeah, that was really interesting. Ozzy even said that, he wasn't a fan of it, really. He felt that it was distractions and this and that, but I found this little tidbit to be very interesting. Despite Osbourne's feelings towards the song and negative reviews, its popularity caused it to appear as the only track from Sabotage on Sabbath's greatest hit album, We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. So, go figure. The person that gave it to me, Crochet Sam, said she loves this song. So she was looking forward to me doing this. So there you go. Now we'll get back into listen number 2. All right, let's roll. Yeah, like that. It sounds like a carnival ride. That little part right there.
Everybody's looking at me.
And now without that weird opening, it sounds a lot better.
Feeling paranoid inside.
Okay, right there. Because he said everyone's looking at me, he, pulled a little, now I know he was first, but you'll get the point. He pulled a little Eminem thing where he changed a word feel to rhyme with the line beforehand. Feeling paranoid inside. That's what I was talking about. Not necessary, not normally said, but singer's choice. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back to that. You see what I'm talking about if you didn't hear it. All right, there we go.
Everybody's looking at me,
Well, that's normal. Ready? Side E. Ready?
feeling paranoid inside.
It's great.
When I step outside, I'll feel free. Think I'll find a place to hide.
And they already did it again. That's funny.
Tell me, people, am I going insane?
His double on his vocals great. And there's an extra voice in there too.
Tell me, people, am I going insane? Insane.
Ooh, he changed it up a little bit in that last Insane. He did a little fluctuation on the held portion of the AN in Insane. Kind of a up and down, like a real fast little note run, if you will, one note. There's his main vocal, I think his backing vocal, or sorry, I'm going to rephrase, his doubling of his voice has some kind of echo chorusy type of feel to it. So it gives it a little more like he's singing in a church or a big theater where there's a little bit of, acoustic bouncing around. And then I think there's a third verse in there. It does, a third voice in there. Yeah, I'll figure it out in a minute. I'm going to listen to it more, but yeah, the chorus, like this song is so simple. And I don't mean it in a way that anyone can play it. It's just, not your typical, what I know of, Sabbath. So, all right, let's go.
Every day I sit and wonder
It's a pretty sad song to think about it too. This poor person,
how my life it used to be.
whether it's, self-prophetic or not.
Now I feel like going under.
Ooh, that was nice in the backing vocal.
Now my life is hard to see.
Yeah, I want to hear that little part again, so we're going to pop it.
So
Let's pause so it doesn't sound weird. All right, here we go.
going under.
Yeah, that's really neat. Like that.
Now my life is hard to see.
It was that chorusy feel again.
Tell me, people, am I going insane?
That bass line from Geezer is so killer. And there's that drum. Again from Bill. Little tom-tom. All right, check the beginning of this out. Oh, that's a phaser. Oh, he's definitely using a phaser. Probably with some chorus. A little bit of delay, too. Ooh. All right, and then he just switches and gets perfectly clean. Still has the effects on it though, the chorus and the echo.
So I'm telling.
That is such a interesting sound for Tony. Oh, that riff is sexy as hell too. All right, Ozman.
So I'm telling all you people,
Ooh, that was a strong one too.
listen while I sing again.
I want him to go up somewhere, like,
If I don't sound very cheerful,
I expect him to hit a, run up.
I think that I'm a schizophrenic.
Wow. is a driving rhythm, man. The rhythm section of this band is crazy. Tell me you can't hear him wanting, and there goes the laughter. Yeah, seriously. How many times, raise your hand in your room. Tell me in the comments how many times you know Ozzy's high register where he normally goes in most of his stuff. You just want it to kind of get there. It's so wild. So wild. I'm like thinking about it. All right, anyway, let's continue. The laughter's great. There it goes. Yeah, some of those voices are sped up just to make them all chipmunky weird. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Holy cow. So wild. All right. So there's my second listen through. One of the things I did like about Tony's first portion of the solo, I think it's 12 measures. I didn't count them, but he's playing these notes that allow the effects to take hold and, ring out, if you will. So he doesn't have to play a lot of notes so it doesn't get muddy. I mean, I think he's using literally 3 effects, and I used to use all of them myself, but I didn't really phase with a delay. So that's, the magic of the studio producer. Holy cow. But there was a portion in that where he goes up, well, technically down the neck, higher notes. And it felt like that was going to start building up into, more of the solo, but it doesn't. He only plays like a couple of notes and he goes back down to the beginning style where he is on the neck style. You know what I mean? So then when he flips it and goes to the bridge pickup and it goes clean, the effects, like I said, are still there. I think the phase is lost though. I don't hear the phaser in there as much, or it got tamped down like really low just to give it some fullness, but it wasn't making the noises, which I know sound really weird, but it's what a phaser does. So, yeah, really cool. I enjoyed it more the second time because I knew what I was getting into. The first time through was really weird, especially the intro. The intro was so odd. I felt like I was about to get on one of the carousel horses and go for a ride with some really cool music and not that cheap garbage stuff that they play. And I can't think of the damn instrument, but you can tell me what that is in the comments too. I'll figure it out by the time I get done editing this thing. But all right, well, that's all I got on this one. That was pretty wild. So I want to thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw here, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. My subscribe button rate sucks in plain English. It's hilarious. There's like over 90% of people that watch my videos have not subbed. And I'm at like 1455, something like that right now. And again, thanks for all of you that do that. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. It helps me out tremendously. Like, sub, comment. It's all part of what YouTube wants, and it lets YouTube know that you want to see more of my videos. So not only does it help you see some more of these, but it helps me get in front of more faces. I appreciate all of my members. Crochet Sam, obviously. Scottaroonie, Alberto's Handyman Services, CH2112, RS, and holy cow, I'm forgetting one. And I am so sorry. I will put your name up on the screen. And to all of my members that are in any of them, YouTube or Patreon, thank you so much for being a member. I appreciate you completely. Now, make sure you check out my Discord. The Discord is now open and live for everyone. I have decided to open it for everyone instead of putting it behind a paywall membership thing, because why not? I want to talk with y'all and I want to talk music. So let's just all do it. So the Discord link is either in my posts section in the community area, or I'm going to put it down in the link. And I definitely appreciate you. So make sure you check out some more of my videos. They'll be right up in here when I'm done with this. But yeah, that's it. So I appreciate it. Good song. Ozzy, we miss the hell out of you. Holy cow. Hey, that broke me for a while that day. Yep. But I got a chance to see the farewell concert in its entirety, and it was awesome. And I am so glad that I decided to pre-order the t-shirt because nobody knew Ozzy was going to die in 3 weeks when that show was on. I mean, we knew he was sick and all, but we did not know that was going to happen so fast. So I'm really glad that I got it. And I got an email from those, who was running the t-shirt side, and it's on its way here from the UK. I'm very excited. And if I had enough time to wait for this recording, I would have wore it, but it's going to take too long to get here. That's it. That's that. Yeah, my tongue ain't working. So make sure you listen to a killer song today. Have an awesome one. I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Peace out. Rock on. Later.